So let's see if that fixes the problem. Shadow, can you see me and hear me now? Can you see me? There we go. So we've got one. One down, 8 to go. Turn on your mic, Shadow. Let's see if we can hear you.
Yeah, hello, teacher.
There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to skip the introduction because I just did it. No one heard me, but I just did it. And what I'm going to do is share our presentation. We've got Asumi as well. Hello, Asumi. How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm very good. Is that your kitten, Asumi? At the bottom
No,
of the
it's
screen?
not mine.
Oh,
I just
that's
picked
too bad.
from some website. It
Ah.
looks nice. It looks nice.
It does look nice. You should tell everyone that that is your kitten if they ask. Just say, yes, that's mine. He likes water. He's an unusual kitten. Okay, I didn't give you the material, so I'm going to give it to you right now. It's not in the class material link. But look here in the chat window. Let's see if it works. There it is in the VerbLink chat. Let's see if it works in the Google chat. 1 second.
Oh, it's not working.
No? Okay, hang on a second. Maybe it got... Hold on a second here. Let me try again. I think there's an extra space. Yeah, there's a little space in there. 1 second. That's it. Okay, the second link should work.
Yeah, it's working.
Okay, good. Okay, so you can download this if you like, or you can just follow along on screen. Let's say hello to Tati as well. Hello. How are you? Tati? Hello?
Hello, hello, hello.
There you go. Fantastic. Tati, that's a different picture than before, isn't it?
Ah, yes, it's a picture of the statue in the center of Antalya, because the city was founded by Atalos. It's his statue, Atalos.
I hope he doesn't want it back. Is he going to come and ask for it back? He said it's his statue.
His statue.
Never mind, it was a joke. Not a good joke either. It was a very bad joke. So that's a statue of Attilos, is it right?
Yeah?
Fantastic. You should give us a link. You should give us a link to, is there a Wikipedia page so we can read about it?
Ah, okay, but it's real picture. I make it.
I know it's real. I believe you.
Ah, okay.
I'm
I
just
put
curious.
your link. Okay.
Put links so we can find out more. Let's say hello to Mr. X, mysterious Mr. X. Hello, Mr. X. How are you? Mr. X, I see you, but I don't hear you. Mr. X, if you're going to be in class, you do need to turn on your mic and participate. If you're having any microphone problems, okay, just send me a message in the window. And Adil, are you here or are you just in the chat window? Adil, you can come on in. Plenty of room. Okay? Ah, there we go. I got your link, Tati. Antalya. Antalya? Is it right? Antalya. Turkish pronunciation. Antalya. So that's the link to the city. Is that right, Tati?
Yeah, but you can read about the founder of the city.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Attaleia, named after Attalus II of Pergamon.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ah, very good, very good. Okay, I'm going to read about that, and then we're going to have a class where I quiz you all on the details of Attalus II. Not today, though. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so Mr. X, you're not speaking with me. That makes me very sad. Mr. X, I want you to say hello. And Adil, nice to have you back. Hello, Adil.
Oh, hello, teacher. How are you?
Very good. Adil, remind me where you're from. I can't remember.
I live in Saudi Arabia.
In Saudi Arabia. Okay, great. I try to connect names with geography, and it helps me remember who everyone is. Okay, I was busy trying to make this presentation just before class, and I think I succeeded. It's not perfect, but I got it done. So I'm going to share my screen with you. You can also download it. Later on, I will probably, let me just put it on my desktop. Later on, I will probably update it and improve it a little bit because I was rushed. Phrasal verbs are very difficult. Shadow, do you know what a phrasal verb is? Can you think of an example of a phrasal verb? Just so that we can clarify what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's like pick up or take out or like that.
Beat up, take out, get on, get through, set aside. All of those are phrasal verbs. That's right. Mr. X is here twice. Maybe Mr. X is having some connection problems. That's why I see two of him. Mr. X, I see two of you. Is that you, Mr. X, speaking?
Yes.
Fantastic! What do I call you? X or something else? What's your name?
X. Call me X.
Call you X. That's scary, Mr. X. Very scary. Are you? I can imagine you on the other side of that image, stroking a white pussycat and saying, "Woo-ha-ha," like a James Bond villain. Is that you, Mr. X?
Yes, that's me.
Very good. And what part of the world are you in, Mr. X? We've got Shadow and Adil from Saudi Arabia, Tati from Turkey. Asumi, I have no idea where you're from. You're from Saudi Arabia too.
Yeah, no,
That's right.
I'm not from Saudi Arabia.
Where are you from?
I'm from Egypt.
From Egypt. Okay, Mr. X from Egypt. And Aldona, you're a new face as well. Hello, Aldona.
Yes, hello, teacher. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. Aldona, where are you from?
I'm from Poland.
From Poland. Okay, we've got a nice international group. Take a look. If you download that presentation, it looks like this. Grammar Garage. Clean out your grammatical clutter. Clutter is when you have too many things in your garage. Too many things. You've got to get rid of them. Your grammar information is usually cluttered. You learn lots and lots of rules. Sometimes it's easier to simplify things. Let's try to do that today. Fun with phrasals. We discussed what a phrasal verb is. Get in, set aside, put out, etc. It means a simple verb, not a Latin verb, a simple Germanic verb like be, have, do, make, take, put, set, go, get, those kind of verbs with a preposition. Here it says, let's learn the rules. We're going to learn the rules by actually using the language. What I've done is blank out the preposition. When I say preposition, I mean in, at, on, up, down, over, through, etc. What happens is you get a simple word. In this case, it's the word to bring. If I say, bring me some water, that means go over there, pick up a glass, fill it with water, walk over here, and give it to me. Bring it to me. What happens is, when we add a preposition, the meaning changes in some way. Like bring up. That would mean, for example, you could go into a well with a bucket, and you could bring up water from the well. Well, we can use that as a metaphor too. Bring up means something different when we're not talking about a physical thing. It becomes a metaphor. But it's related to the original image that is created by putting the verb and the preposition together. Bringing up, literally the movement upward. So what I've done to help you out is I've given you what the word means on the right. And you have to guess the preposition on the left. Okay? That's how we're going to learn the rules. These aren't really rules. In fact, there really are no rules, but you get the idea. We're going to learn 3 sets of phrasal verbs really quickly. Okay? So, for example, Adil, if the sentence was, I was raised in the country, I was raised in the country, what do you think would the phrasal verb be? All of these use bring as the main phrasal verb. All you have to do is supply the preposition. So read it back to me and put in a preposition. Let's see how it sounds. Adil, are you there?
Yeah, teacher, I'm here.
Give it a try. I was
I
raised in the country. What would that be with a preposition? I was?
I was I was raised in the country. It's a in, yeah.
Okay, so I was, say the whole sentence for me, with brought. I was,
I was raised in the country of Saudi Arabia.
okay. Now you have to substitute raise with a phrasal verb that begins with brought, to bring.
Yeah.
Want to try?
Yes, why not?
Okay, go ahead and try. Substitute raised with a brought phrasal verb. Brought in, out, up, over, through. What's the preposition that sounds best here? What do you think?
I was brought up, I guess.
Very good. That's it. That's it. So there's
Yeah.
your answer in the chat window. I was brought up. Raised means brought up. Is this the past, present, or future, Adil?
I don't know really.
It's bring, brought, brought. It's the past. Bring, brought, brought. Just like be, was, been. Do, did, done. Bring, brought, brought. It's the past. I was brought up in the past. Okay?
Okay,
So,
yeah.
you're going to make an educated guess. You're going to try to see which preposition sounds the best in the context. All right? Let's
Teacher,
try. Yes, student.
Can I say I was grown up in the country?
Grown up is not the same as raised. Raised means educated by adults. Educated by your parents, usually your parents, or educated by adults. Grow up is just get bigger.
Oh, okay, thank you.
See what I mean? Shadow, look at number 2.
Okay.
It means succeed, but see if you can substitute it with a bring phrasal verb.
Yeah, don't give up. I'm sure you'll bring it up.
Uh-oh, we used up already.
Bring it. So succeeded. Bring it.
Well, it can't be bring up because, well, it could be, but I don't think it is because I was brought up means I was raised. So I'm sure you'll bring it up. It doesn't mean the same thing as sentence number 1. Want to try again?
I don't know really.
Class? So actually, if you don't know, you're going to say pass. And then we're
Okay.
going to go to someone else. So
Pass.
say pass. Pass. Pass to Tati. What do you think? I don't think it's bring up. What'd your guess be, Tati?
The second, don't give up.
Don't give up, exactly, yeah.
Don't give up. I'm sure you'll bring it off.
Very good. I think you're right. Bring it off is more of a British English than American English phrasal verb. But we understand it. So I'll put both guesses there in the chat window, but I think you're right. Bring it off means to succeed. Very good, very good. Let's try Mr. X for the third one. It means cause to start. Cause to start, to make something start. What preposition do you think fits in that sentence? Not now. What's wrong? Are you busy?
Yeah, I'm on my work right now.
Oh, okay. You can use you can write. You don't have to speak if you don't want to. You can speak. So, cold winds always bring blank her cough. What do you think?
I think happen. Yeah.
It means to happen, right?
Yeah.
means to happen or to begin, right? So bring what? It's not going to be bring up, and it's not going to be bring off.
Bring up.
Huh? I don't think so, because we used it. If you're not sure, just say pass, and we'll try to go around the room till we get it.
Okay, pass.
Pass. Pass to Asumi. What do you think, Asumi? Bring up or cough? Doesn't work.
Well, I think bring on.
Bring on. I think you're right. I think you're right. To bring on means to start. To bring on. Sounds good. I wasn't sure about that one, but now that you mention it, I think you're right. I've got the answers on the same presentation, so we'll double check in a second. All right, let's go to someone who hasn't spoken yet. So we've got, well, Aldona, why don't you try the next one? The strike.
Right, the strike brought, I see half A letter, a change of government. Goes to
So what's the A letter stand for? What's the word?
it's about.
Bring about. That's it. There's a lot of noise for somewhere. Bring about. I think you're right. So we're going to say cause to, whoops, I'm going to put this in the chat window. Cause to happen means bring about. Okay, you're all doing very well. This is not easy stuff, actually. So you're all doing very well so far. Diego, let's try one more. Are you there, Diego?
Yes, but I don't know.
If you're not sure, you can pass. But why don't you make a guess first? So try to read the 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth one for us. And remember, the meaning is on the right. So read it for us and make a guess.
Okay. I hope they don't bring
Blank, spasso, blank.
blank capital punishment.
Okay, so this means to do it again, to reintroduce or to do it again. In, at, on, up, down,
Bring
through. Bring in. That would make sense, Diego, actually. That's not a bad guess, to bring in. Bring in
Okay.
is not a bad guess because it could mean to start something, to start it. But here, it already happened, so it's not for the first time. So I think it's a good guess. You're very close, but it's not bring in. Let's open it up to the class. Does anyone have a second guess? He says bring in. Second guess.
Teacher?
Go for it.
Bring back.
Bring back. Bring back means to do it again. Like in the 70s, bell-bottom pants were very popular. But the new movie that came out brought back that 70s fashion. Brought back, to reintroduce. Okay, well, we're doing pretty good so far. Let's say hello to, let's see, we've got Paco still, and we've got Emmanuel. Paco, why don't you try the sixth one they promised? Remember, it means to lower. You're going to make an educated guess.
They promised to bring down.
Fantastic. To bring down means to lower, to bring down taxes. Very good. All right, one last one so we get everyone a chance to speak. Let's go to Emmanuel for the seventh one, the one that begins with inflation. Emmanuel, you're going to guess the preposition. The meaning is destroy, remove from power. That's the meaning.
Okay, inflation will bring down the government.
He says bring down. Now, we just used bring down, but I think you're right. I think you're right. I think bring down is the best choice here. Why not?
Bring
Emmanuel, I agree. I think it means destroy. To bring down the government means to destroy the government. So I think you're right. I think you're right. Bring down taxes means lower, and bring down the government means end the government. We're going to check these in just a minute, but I think you're right. So we're back to the beginning. So I think, did anyone not speak? Did I get everyone? 1, 2, 3,
Me.
4, 5, 6, 7. Who's me?
Tati Tulin.
Ah, Tati. I didn't call on you? I thought I did. I'm sorry. So Tati, let's try the one that begins with Ford, the second to the last.
Ford. This sentence.
That's right.
Ford are bringing. Ford are bringing out an interesting new model in the spring.
I agree. To bring out is to introduce for the first time. Sounds good. Okay, last one, very last one. Who wants it? Who wants the last one on the screen?
Yeah, me too.
Go for it, Shadow.
End with D.
Go for it.
Keep at it, and you'll bring him around.
Bring round. In British English, we say bring round. In American English, we say bring around. So I'm going to put around with US in parentheses to remind you of the difference. Let's check your answers. On the second page, bring up, bring off, bring on her cough, bring about a change, bring back capital punishment, bring down taxes, bring down the government, bring out, and bring him round or bring him around. 100% correct. That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. These are not so easy. I have a second set here. I've got 3 sets. In the third set, we're going to do it differently. But in the second set, I'm going to say the word. You read the sentence with your best guess. I'm not going to go in order this time. So you really have to pay attention. Listen carefully and pay attention to where I am in that box. Okay? I'll take volunteers first. So the first one is, what sentence means the same as understand or absorb? Who wants it? Who wants it? I want it, teacher. Really? You want it? Who said that? Asumi. Oh, okay, Asumi, go ahead. Which sentence means the same as absorb and understand?
Well,
It's done for you. It's the one that's done for you.
oh, I'm not.
So, do you see where it says absorb, understand? Do you see it on the screen?
Absorb. Yeah, absorb. I find it very hard to take in.
Take in his lectures.
Lectures.
So, that's just a quick example. Take in means to understand everything clearly. Asumi, I want you to create a sentence using take in that has the same meaning as that sentence. The same meaning.
Well, I just take in the lesson.
That's it. I just take in the lesson and I worry about it later. I just take it all in. That means you might not understand 100%, but you absorb it. That is a very good example. Very good. What sentence means the same as to leave the ground? Who wants this one? Who wants this one? Nobody wants it?
Let me try.
Take off.
I heard let me try, and then I heard a bunch of people saying the answer. Who said let me try?
I said that. Aldona.
Oh, okay, Adonna. Go for it.
Yes, the plane took off 2 hours late.
The plane took off 2 hours late. Fantastic. That one's really easy, right?
Yes.
Because we have takeoff and land. Takeoff and land. Not so difficult. I agree. What about, what sentence means the same as to undertake? To undertake or employ. You want it, Diego? Okay, go for it. I saw you raising your hand, Diego. Does everyone
No.
see? I saw you raising your hand. I saw it. Let's try it.
No.
Undertake and employ. We'll have to what?
Undertake. No, I don't know.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You don't want to make an educated guess? Remember, the key idea is more staff. So we have to hire more staff.
Teacher, can I answer?
Diego, do you pass?
Yes, I pass. Or
Pass to
take
Shadow.
over?
Wait, he said take over. Take over more staff. That's a good guess. That would mean control. To take over is to control. All right, good guess, but it doesn't quite fit because it doesn't mean to hire more people. It would mean control people. Shadow, what do you think?
Take on.
Take on. Take on means to hire. So read the sentence back to me, and I think we're going to see two different meanings in this sentence, Shadow. Read the whole sentence.
We'll have to take on more stuff if we're to take on more work.
That's it. Take on 2 times. Shadow, I want you to use the second meaning of take on, in a sentence of your own. So the second meaning is undertake.
Okay, I take on. I've taken on. I take on a lot of homeworks to do.
Okay. If you say I take on, that means it happens every day. So in that case, you should use an adverb of frequency, like I often take on extra homework every day, or I usually take on, or I seldom take on. If you say I'm taking on, that means it's temporary right now. If you say I took on, that means you did it in the past at a specific point. Okay, so because I heard you using 2 different verb tenses, so they each are correct, but they mean something different. So okay, so let's say for this one, I often take on more homework than I should. I don't have time for it all. I often take on more homework than I should. Paco, here's one for you. Starting a hobby.
I really don't know what could be taking, for example.
So read the sentence back to me.
When did you take in golf?
It's a good guess. It's close, actually. It's close. Want to try again? You're close. It's almost. It's not in, but it is a very common preposition, but not in.
Take on? Golf? No.
You're getting closer. Take on is something that you would do if it's like a big challenge. Take on golf because I don't know how to do it. I'm not coordinated. You take it on. That means to do something that's a challenge. Last guess.
Take up?
Take up is correct. If you take something up, it means you do it for the first time. That's it. That's very good. That's it. And Emmanuel, what about to deceive? What about to deceive? What do you think, Emmanuel?
Sorry, which one of the...
You've got to find it. So I'm giving you the meaning, deceive. You have to tell me what you think the missing verb is, missing preposition is. Do you see the sentence? Right in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. She was completely taken... she was completely taken...
She was completely fooled by him. She was taken what?
Taken off? No.
Taken after, by the way, means to look like someone. You take after your father. You look like your father. What do you think? One more guess?
No, she was completely taken down by him, or
No.
no?
I heard a no.
How about in? Taken in by him.
Very good. It's taken in. Taken in. That was Adona, right?
Yes.
Taken in means to be deceived. Taken in, deceived. That's it. So listen to all of them now. I don't think I have the answers here because I was doing this so quickly. No, I don't. Listen to all the answers. I'm going to do this from memory because I don't have the answers in front of me. But he doesn't take. Oh, this one we know. Number one. To look like. He doesn't take. It's the one I just
After.
said. Doesn't take after his father. Good. I wish I could take blank what I said. Withdraw. To take.
Back.
To take back. Is Adana the
Yes.
only one making guesses today? Is she the only one? I find it very hard to take in his lectures. That one we did earlier. Then with the one we just did, she was completely taken in, deceived, fooled. Sales have really taken blank now. Mr. X, come on, do one for us, Mr. X. Sales have really taken blank. That means to expand exponentially, to get big fast, to improve quickly. Mr. X, you can write in the chat window or you can speak. Want to try it? Going once? Going twice? No, Mr. X. I don't hear Mr.
Should I try, teacher?
Go for it. You should.
Sales have really taken off now.
Fantastic. Taken off means to grow quickly, to improve fast. Then we did the other one. The plane took off 2 hours late. She's really good at talking. No, sorry, taking. I can't read. At taking blank her teacher. Imitate. Oh, this one, I'm not even sure of this myself. What do you think?
Maybe out. Taking out.
Taking out is like you take someone out for a date. Taking out her teacher. Well, that could be true, but I'm not sure. Because again, the problem here is that we've got British and American English, and in British English...
What about taking after?
Taking after. I think you're right, because take after means look like.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can verify this. Hang on just a second. Let me see if I can verify it. No, it's taking off. I can't believe it. I got it wrong. You see that? Even I get them wrong. So again, that must be British English, because we don't say taking off her teacher. We say, what do we say as a phrasal verb? I really don't know. We don't have a phrasal verb that I can think of. So taking off, British English for imitating. The next one was, we'll have to take on more staff. Then she took blank, excuse me, she took blank him at once. Oh, this one is the same in American English. It's exactly the same. Shadow, you want this one?
Sorry, teacher. Which one?
The second to last, the penultimate one.
She took?
This means to like immediately. This one's pretty common, actually.
Like him? I don't know.
Pass the Paco.
Okay, back.
Pass the Paco.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. Pass to Asumi. Pass to Asumi.
Maybe she took away.
Which one?
To second to last. Second to last.
Okay.
Took away.
Took away. It's a preposition, but not the best. Good guess, though. Pass to Diego. Let's see if anyone can get it.
And I pass to.
Pass to Adona. This one is actually
not.
It's very common. It's not unusual at all, actually. Okay, Adil. It's up to you now. Adil?
But I wanna know which sentence, teacher.
Oh, the second to last one. The second to last. She took form an immediate liking for. See it? Second to last. Adil.
Yeah, she took on him at once.
Good guess, but that's not it. The answer is she took to him at once. To take to means to form an attachment, to take to someone. To take to someone. And finally, the last one we already did. When did you take up golf? I don't have the answers on the screen for this one. So that's why I'm just reading it back to you. Okay, last set. This one we're going to do differently. I just want you to read these. And if they're difficult, I want you to create a sentence. We're just going to read these because afterwards, I've got a few exercises to see if I can test your memory for some of the ones that we just did. Okay, so I'm going to go back here. Everyone, let's adopt a sentence. Let's say hello to Tarek, who's joining us a little bit late as well. Hi, Tarek. Thanks for joining us.
Hello, how are you? Sorry, I was late. I just
No problem. No problem. So we're learning we're learning two sets of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs with bring and phrasal verbs with take. Two different sets of phrasal verbs, and we're going to practice them in just a minute. Everyone, read one of these sentences and give me a rating. The easiest would be a 1. The most difficult will be a 5. So you have to tell me how easy or how hard you think the sentence is to understand. Tarek, can you read the first sentence for us?
the new religions will be brought into force in May.
The new regulations.
Regulations, sorry. It will be
That's
brought.
it.
Yeah. Sorry, what I have to do?
You have to tell me if the meaning is clear and easy to understand or if it's difficult. Give it a rating from 1 to 5. Easy or difficult?
But I have to ask ask you to explain me the regulation. What does it mean?
If you have to ask me, that means it's difficult. So that gets a 5. It's difficult. Read the sentence again and substitute it with the words on the far right side. See the words in the brackets?
Sorry?
See the words in the brackets on the far right side. Become law.
Become law. Okay.
Read the sentence again and try to put that into the sentence and see if it's easier to understand.
I have to put this sentence. And the new regulation will be become law into force May, maybe?
Not into force, but will become law in May. You have to get rid of all those words in bold.
Okay, I got it.
So it means
yeah, okay.
New law. It means it's a new law.
Okay.
Will be brought into force. Is there something you can think of that will be brought into force in the future, Tarek? Can you think of an example of your own?
Will be brought into force. It means strict in the law or something like that.
Yeah. It's usually about laws, regulations, rules, right? What could the teacher bring into force in the classroom, Tarek?
Maybe to pay attention or
maybe, yeah. Pay attention or you will be punished will be the new regulation brought into force.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
so
it's law behavior, we can say.
Say again, repeat.
It's law behavior or rules behavior. If I don't get or go through the rules or law, something like that.
That's exactly right. It's about introducing a new rule, basically. A new law or a new rule. Introducing a new rule. That's it. To bring it into force. All right?
Okay.
And Shadow, read the second one. Tell me if it's easy or difficult. 1 is easy, 5 is difficult, 3 is so-so.
Okay. His research brought some very interesting facts to light. Yeah. It's easy to understand.
Fantastic. Use it in a sentence of your own.
Okay.
Think of something that was brought to light. Not so easy to create a sentence.
Yeah.
Think about maybe the news, like reports show us things that we didn't know. News reports show us things that we didn't know, for example, or research or something.
Okay, so National Geographic Channel brought us some very interesting. I don't know what, but to light.
Not good. Brought us some very interesting. Brought us, but not brought us. Brought something to light. Okay, so for example, I was watching the news online the other day. Euronews.com brought the demonstrations in New York about climate change to light, for example. So it's always bring something to light. Not bring us, but bring something. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Very good, very good. I heard Aldana say, So that means it's your time. It's your turn for number 3.
Okay, matters were brought to a head when Pat was sacked.
Sacked. Do you know what that means? Sacked? What does that mean?
Disgust? Didn't like?
What? Say again? Sacked. Is that clear what it means, sacked? To be sacked? You can get sacked from your job. What happens if you get sacked from your job? Do you continue to work or do you stop working if you're sacked?
I stopped working.
You stop working. Sacked means fired. If you're fired, you're sacked. And people will say, hey, here's your sack, put your lunch in it, and get out. If you're sacked, it means put the sack over your shoulder and walk out the door and don't come back. But the key word here is brought to a head. Brought to a head. That means reach the point where a change has to be made. How difficult is that sentence on 1 to 5?
I would find it difficult because...
We'll give it a 5, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me give you an example. If it's a 5, I'll create an example for you. For example, what's going on in the news? How about this? The situation in Syria was brought to a head after the Islamic State started to use the media by doing terrible terrorism kind of stuff. So all those beheadings and publicity statements and threats with the captives that they have, that is their way of doing PR, right? But the population wasn't aware, the United States and England and other places wasn't aware of the problem until that started happening. So when the first captive was put on camera, things were brought to a head in the situation in Syria in particular. So that's what I'm thinking of. Something that changes the game, something that makes everyone realize what's going on, bring to a head. So there's one example. Can you think of an example of your own? It could be a personal example, it could be from work, it could be from the news.
Yes, for example, when the strikes started,
right?
All
Good.
their matters were brought to a head.
That's it. When the strikes began, all the matters, all the issues were brought to a head. They were all out in the open. That's it. I want to give you a chance to do a few exercises too. So we've got lots of vocabulary here. What I'm going to do is jump forward a little bit. 1 second. We haven't seen all of the vocabulary yet, okay? But I'm going to jump forward and give you a chance to use an educated guess, okay? And I'll help you if you need it. So let's go to maybe Adil for the first one. Read it Tell me what you think is the best word to fill in.
Oh, it's a very big word, teacher.
It is. And actually,
Uh,
hang on a second, because what I'm going to do here, I need to share my screen in a different way. Whoops, no, I didn't want to do that. Give me a second, I need to adjust my screen. One second. There we go. Whoops, let me go forward. Okay, because otherwise, if you don't make an educated guess, it's going to be a lot harder to keep this in your memory. So it's good to do a few exercises, even if we haven't learned 100% of the words. It's okay. I'll be here to help. Okay? So I want you to read sentence 1 and tell me what you think fits in the blank. Give me your educated guess. Remember, it's either going to be take or it's going to be bring. Those are our two options. Words with take and words with bring.
Word with bring, and what is the other one?
Take.
Pick.
Bring and take.
Bring and take.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't have idea. Really, I'm sorry.
Okay, so pass. The new school reforms, which plan to bring. So pass. Who
I
wants
passed to Tariq.
You passed to Tariq. Okay.
Yeah.
Tariq, you've been elected. Tariq.
Oh, sorry. Well, which sentence? The first one?
First one.
The new school reforms which plan to bring blank regular exam. The new school reform plan to bring maybe plan for regular exam.
So it means the same as plan.
Yeah, plan
Is that
for.
it?
Yeah, brings. But we have to.
We have to use a preposition. Yeah, and one of the ones that we've used in the past, if possible. Probably it's going to be one of those.
Oh, one of. No, I wasn't there. But I can bring my own word.
You can if it fits. Yeah.
Yeah, new school.
By the way, there's more than one choice. You know, there's more than one thing you could say here. I can think of at least 2 prepositions that fit that blank. I can think of 2 different ones.
Okay. From which plan to bring maybe a student for regular exams. I don't know.
Okay, so pass it to someone else. Who should we pass it to?
To Mr. X.
Mr. X? I don't know if Mr. X is talking to us.
No,
Mr.
no,
X?
no.
No. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm best to you.
Pass to someone else.
To you. To you.
Me? No. Someone else.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Okay, teacher. How about bring on?
Bring on regular exams. It's not bad. Almost there.
Oh, so up.
Bring up. Well, bring up would be like to mention for the first time. The school reforms plan to bring up regular exams. It's not about mentioning. It's about doing them again. They used to have them, perhaps.
Bring back.
Bring back regular exams for young children. The school reforms plan to bring back regular exams, which were unpopular, but they're going to do it anyway. They're going to bring it back.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? Another choice could be to bring about. They could bring about. They plan to bring about.
Okay, so, sorry, but how about to bring into force?
To bring into force regular exams. Yeah, why not? Yeah, to bring into force. Yeah, like a new law. That sounds pretty good, actually. How come I don't have that in my choices here? I wonder why, because that makes a lot of sense. Hang on a second here. Give me just a second. Let me check why. You know what? Give me a second.
Okay.
One second. Because I agree. How come I don't have that answer in my notes? One second. One moment. I'm just going through my notes real quickly. 1 second. I'm lost. I can't find my notes. Never mind. But I agree. Bring into force sounds pretty good. I don't know because
Teacher,
the next one,
yeah,
the
we
next
have,
one is. Go ahead.
so we have to put prepositions.
Yeah, preposition. That's right.
Oh, okay, I got it. Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out why I don't have that in my notes. But okay, anyway, it's fine. Bring down text. I'm just looking at in a little forward, make sure I'm on the right page. Yeah, I should have that because that's the right answer. Bring into force, to put into force. Because earlier, let's go back to bring into force. Where was it?
It's with the proud.
I'm just trying to find the page, so let me just double check. Hold on.
Oh.
It's slide 6.
Slide 6?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the first one, right. Will be brought into force. Will be brought into force. New regulations will be brought into force. The new school reforms plans to bring into force regular exams. Yeah, that's the right answer, and that's not the answer that I have in my notes, which is really strange. It should be there, because that's better than the one I said. Bring back is okay too. Bring back means it already happened. Anyway.
You can say bring up.
Bring?
Bring up.
No, because that would mean to talk about it for the first time, basically. To bring up.
It's continuous. Oh.
You bring up something in conversation, for example. What about the second one? The long journey brought blank labor, and the baby was born in the bus. So there's a woman, she's going to have a baby. The long journey did what?
The long journey brought labor. Brought. Maybe here. Brought up. Maybe. No. Brought.
This means to cause. To cause something.
Bring. I don't know. Brought.
About.
Bring about labor. Bring about. There's one that's a little bit. Bring about is correct, but there's a better choice. There's a better choice. Brought on. The journey caused. It brought on labor, and the baby was born. So brought on is the correct answer. It's better than bring about. Bring about is a little bit more general, less specific. Brought on really means cause. I think the strikes will bring blank some changes in management. What word means to provoke, to cause in a different sense? To provoke, to make a change happen.
Bring up. May I, teacher?
Bring away?
Bring away? No. Bring up? No.
I guess the long journey brought by labor and the baby was born on the bus.
We already did that one. You're one sentence behind. That was brought on. But number 3, we're talking about strikes. What did the strikes do? What will they do? They will bring
up.
About.
Bring about. I heard it.
Bring up.
Bring about. I heard it from somebody. I don't know who said it, but I heard it. Bring about changes in management. To affect management is to bring about. To affect.
I guess force.
To force, yeah. To bring about is to force. That's it. Okay, we've got time to do the last 3 here, and then what I'll do is turn this over to you as a homework to try on your own. Okay, so I'll give it to you to practice after class as well. Let's see if we can get the last 3 before we go. Number 4, if anyone can bring it blank, he can. If anyone can bring it up. Bring it up would mean if anyone can talk about it.
Yes.
But here, I think there's a better choice besides talking about it.
On.
Say again, Shadow?
Bring it on.
Bring it down? That would mean destroy a government?
I mean bring it on.
Bring it on. To
Bring
cause
back.
Bring it back. We got a lot of guesses. Here's the best answer. If anyone can bring it off, he can. That means to achieve it. If anyone can bring it off, he can. If anyone can achieve it, he can. Now, some of the other choices would work too, but I think the best answer is bring it off. That means to make it happen for sure. If anyone can do it, he can. If anyone can bring it off, he can. Second to last, he won't agree to it for me, but she can always bring him
Around.
around. Very good. That's it. And last one, she brought blank 6 children all on her own. Brought up. That's it. To raise is to bring up. To raise. Okay, very good, because these are not easy at all. So what we're going to do is this. In Grammar Garage, I'm going to try to introduce phrasal verbs at least once a week. Whatever we don't do, I'm going to give you for homework, and you can study the first 2 pages, which will have the introduction as well. So I'll try to introduce it in class, but then I'll turn this presentation over to you for homework. I'll send it to you through Verbling, right? The answers will be there so you can correct yourself. And then in the next class, I want you to be able to take the phrasal verbs you've learned and use them in the next class while you're learning a new set. So we may create a story, we may fill in the blanks, but probably we're going to have some free practice where you have to speak using the phrasal verbs we've learned. So you have to refresh your memory in the next class. I'll try to do this once a week at this time, or twice if I can do it. It depends on how many spaces are available. Okay? So always be recycling. I'll try to, so I'm going to send that to you in the chat window, not chat window, in the message system after class. I'm just going to add the answers and clean up the beginning pages so that you can study it on your own. And I think in the future, I can also give you a way to help you with your long-term memory, basically through using an intelligent flashcard system, which I can tell you about. You'll be able to put this in your memory and quiz yourself on the things that you're getting wrong, so you can focus only on what you need to know. We'll talk about it in the next class, okay? So stay tuned for the homework, and see you next time in Grammar Garage. Bye for now, everyone. Good job, everyone. See you soon.
Bye-bye, teacher. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.